This is the AAU TV Mid-Week News coming to you live from the headquarters of the Association of African Universities. And to our headlines for today: President Ruto to open varsity facilities, and teens build AI2 to save forest. Bank of Ghana holds policy rate at 28. And Trump revokes Harvard's foreign student access. And please stay with us for more news on the AAU TV Mid-Week News. My name is Jemima, Deladem, Dotsey. Welcome back from the break into our story. President William Ruto will officially open 1.2 billion Kenyan shillings modern facility at Tom Mboya University as Homa Bay County hosts this year's Madaraka Day celebrations. Governor Gladys Wanda confirmed that preparations are in their final stages, with key projects including upgraded roads, sanitation systems, and the revamped Homa Bay Pier also set to be unveiled. The celebrations will be held at the Raila Odinga Homa Bay Stadium, with high-level leaders including former Prime Minister Raila Odinga expected in attendance.
Kenya's President Ruto is set to officially open new modern facilities at Tom Mboya University, valued at 1.2 billion shillings, as Homa Bay County plays host to this year's Madaraka Day celebrations. Governor Gladys Wanga says preparations are in their final stages to receive national guests, including former Prime Minister Raila Odinga. The president will also commission key development projects in the region, including upgraded sanitation systems worth 600 million shillings and the completion of road and pier infrastructure, projects expected to boost job creation in tourism, hospitality, and transport. Tom Mboya University Vice-Chancellor Professor Charles Holler hailed the newly completed academic blocks and administration wing as a major step toward improving teaching and operations at the institution. Celebrations will be held at the Raila Odinga Homa Bay Stadium, with County Commissioner Moses Leland assuring Kenyans of adequate security. President Ruto's visit is also expected to highlight the impact of inclusive governance and equitable resource allocation across the region.
Moving on, the University of Zimbabwe is facing a critical academic crisis as a month-long lecture strike threatens to derail the entire semester. According to the Association of University Teachers, AUT, the continued industrial action may result in no students graduating this year, a first since 2008. The strike, sparked by unresolved salary issues and unmet contractual obligations, has left the campus nearly deserted, and academic standards are reportedly declining sharply. Meanwhile, students' protests have led to arrest, with final year students expressing growing despair with stale dissertation, lack of supervision, and deteriorating campus services.
In Zimbabwe, a deepening crisis at the University of Zimbabwe could result in an unprecedented academic shutdown as a prolonged lecture strike enters its second month. The university's Association of University Teachers has warned that if the strike continues for the next 2 weeks, the entire semester could be lost, and for the first time since 2008, no students may graduate. The industrial action, which began on April 16, stems from years of unpaid benefits, salary cuts, and failure to meet contractual obligations. In some cases, lecturers are earning less than $200 a month with no support for internet access or teaching resources. In a statement issued on May 19, the AUT criticized the university administration, saying it is gambling with the future of students by attempting to replace striking faculty with unqualified staff. They cautioned that many professional bodies may reject degrees awarded under these conditions. The strike has spread across every faculty, effectively bringing academic activity to a standstill. The campus has been described as a ghost town. Students and guardians are calling for urgent intervention as frustration mounts over the stalled semester. Former law lecturer advocate Fajayi Mahiri took to social media to decry declining academic standards, stating that crucial law courses are being condensed into just weeks, leaving students with inadequate comprehension and critical thinking skills. Meanwhile, 6 student leaders arrested during protests earlier this month are set to appear in court. Among them is Nashon Kolu, who says many final year students are stranded, unable to complete their dissertations or get necessary supervision. Amid deteriorating services, including poor sanitation and food shortages on campus, Kolio says everything is a mess.
12 African countries have committed to a new cross-border collaboration framework aimed at preventing and responding to disease outbreak with a focus on the growing mpox crisis. The continent has recorded over 16,000 confirmed mpox cases and more than 1,100 deaths as of February 2025. The agreement, reached at a regional meeting in Nairobi, is backed by the World Bank, WHO, Africa Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and other partners, and seeks to strengthen data sharing, governance, and regional coordination in health emergencies.
As of February 10, 2025, the continent has recorded over 16,398 confirmed mpox cases and 1,180 deaths across 22 countries. To combat this alarming trend, nations including the Democratic Republic of the Congo, Angola, Kenya, Rwanda and Uganda have signed onto a regional agreement to reinforce collaboration and coordination in outbreak response. Dr. Linda Mobola, World Bank Senior Health Specialist, emphasized the importance of unity, stating that epidemics do not have borders, and stressed the need for political momentum and stronger governance frameworks. The agreement, formalized at a regional meeting in Nairobi, brings together national governments, development partners, and health organizations to streamline data sharing, improve disease surveillance, and enhance technical and financial support for mpox response strategies. The initiative is backed by the World Bank, Africa CDC, WHO, UNICEF, and IOM, among others. Discussions focused on innovation, transparency, and building sustainable regional health systems. Professor Yabuom II of the Africa CDC highlighted the urgency of deeper integration across the continent, while WHO's Dr. Otim Patrick Ramadan called the collaboration a springboard for collective action. The countries aim to build on current gains and develop a united front to contain mpox and future public health threats through coordinated surveillance, vaccination, research, and capacity building. With continental unity now taking center stage, the fight against mpox is entering a new, more collaborative chapter.
We'll go for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll bring you Discovery News. Welcome back from the break into our Discovery story. Nigeria has lost nearly 96% of its primary forests due to deforestation driven by illegal logging, agriculture, and weak enforcement. But amid the environmental crisis, 3 teenagers from Port Harcourt have developed a groundbreaking solution. Leslie John Jumbo, Bright Sunday, and Bless Purple created Reforest AI, a low-cost forest monitoring system powered by artificial intelligence and Internet of Things (IoT) sensors. The invention, which detects illegal logging in real time, earned them top honors at the 2025 Slingshot Challenge. Their innovation could refine forest protection effort in Nigeria and beyond.
Nigeria is facing a dire deforestation crisis, with nearly 96% of its primary forest cover lost over the past 2 decades. But in the midst of this alarming trend, a trio of teenage innovators from Port Harcourt are offering a new beacon of hope. 18-year-olds Leslie John Jumbo, Bright Sunday, and Bless Purple have developed Reforest AI, an artificial intelligence-powered forest monitoring system designed to detect and deter illegal logging even in remote areas without internet or electricity. The project was born from a shared passion for technology and a growing concern about disappearing forests. The team designed smart sensor towers equipped with AI-driven sound recognition that can detect the telltale signs of illegal activity such as chainsaws and axes across wide forested areas. Their breakthrough innovation recently won top honors at the 2025 Slingshot Challenge, a global competition hosted by the National Geographic Society. Selected from over 2,700 entries across 96 countries, the Nigerian team was awarded a $10,000 grant to scale up their solution. Despite limited resources and formal training, the teenagers taught themselves coding, hardware design, and AI development, even pausing their education to focus on the project full-time. Their work directly addresses the urgent challenges Nigeria faces in preserving vital ecosystems like the Cross River Forest and Niger Delta mangroves, areas suffering rapid loss due to logging and environmental degradation. As climate change intensifies and forests continue to vanish, Reforest AI may just offer a locally grown, tech-driven path towards sustainable forest protection in Nigeria and across Africa.
The 30th edition of the Tour Catalyst International du Togo wrapped up on Saturday 24th, 2025 with a dominant performance from Team Mali. After 9 intense stages covering 1,300 kilometers, Mali's Diarra Siddiqui emerged the overall winner, donning the coveted yellow jersey. Despite a strong final stage showing from Burkina Faso's Ibiodun Soumaila, the Malian team's consistency secured them the top 2 podium spots, with Damiotini Temoko finishing second. The tour, which spanned Togo from north to south, showcased not only athletic excellence but also regional unity during cyclists from across West Africa and Europe. The event was hailed as a major success by organizers and officials alike.
The 30th edition of the Tour Cyclist International du Togo concluded on Saturday, May 24, 2025, with a commanding performance by Team Mali. After covering over 1,300 kilometers across 9 demanding stages, Mali's Diarra Siddiqui emerged as the overall winner, securing the yellow jersey and leading a dominant team performance. The final stage, which began in Jagli and ended in the vibrant capital city of Lomé, was marked by fierce competition and a dramatic sprint to the finish. Although the stage was won by Burkina Faso's Ibiodun Soumaila, it was the consistency and strategy of the Malian team that ultimately decided the overall rankings. Mali secured the top 2 positions, with Siddiqui leading the general classification and teammate Diamotine Tiamoko placing second. Burkina Faso's Setounin Yamiego claimed the 3rd spot on the podium. The tour, which spanned from the mountainous north to the coastal south of Togo, captivated local communities and attracted large crowds along the route. Each stage brought a new challenge, from punishing climbs to fast-paced sprints, underlining the riders' endurance and team cohesion. Officials praised the high level of competition and the emergence of new talent from across the continent. Teams from France, Ghana, Côte d'Ivoire, Benin, Burkina Faso, Mali, and host nation Togo participated, underscoring the tour's growing regional and international appeal. Beyond the race, the event celebrated unity, sportsmanship, and cultural exchange. This year's edition marked a new chapter for the Tour du Togo with improved organization, increased visibility, and a more demanding course, signaling the event's evolution into a cornerstone of African cycling. As the riders return home and fans reflect on an exhilarating 2 weeks, the focus now shifts to next year's event. With momentum on its side, the Tour du Togo continues to set the pace for cycling in the region.
Ghanaian actor and comedian Kojo Nkansah, popularly known as Lil Wayne, has ignited conversation online following the teaser release of his latest film project, The Last African Hero, a biopic centered on Burkina Faso's military leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. The teaser, unveiled on May 21st, 2025, has drawn mixed reactions, with supporters applauding the bold move and critics questioning its intent and political implication. Featuring rising Kumahood actress Janet Prefor-Youngson, the film is expected to premiere on Lil Wayne's YouTube channel. As public anticipation builds, the project's impact on Pan-African discourse and its potential to stir socio-political debate remains to be seen.
Ghanaian actor and comedian Kojo Nkansah, widely known as Lil Wayne, has taken the internet by storm after revealing a teaser of his upcoming film project, a biopic based on Burkina Faso's military leader, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Titled The Last African Hero, the film explores the life and leadership of the Burkinabe captain who rose to prominence after leading a military coup in 2022. The film, which stars emerging Kumawood actress Janet Prefor-Youngson, also known on screen as Sweet Mimi, is set to premiere soon on Lil Wayne's official YouTube channel. The announcement has triggered a wide spectrum of reactions across social media. Supporters have hailed the project as daring and visionary, citing its potential to contribute meaningfully to Pan-African narratives. Others have called for subtitle translations to reach wider Francophone audiences, but not all responses have been favorable. Critics have voiced concerns over the film's tone, warning against the risk of trivializing a complex political figure or romanticizing military interventions. Some have even questioned the political intent behind the production, calling for regulatory scrutiny. Despite the mixed reviews, there is no denying Lil Wayne's influence within Ghana's creative industry, a reputation that adds weight to the upcoming release. Whether The Last African Hero will be received as a thoughtful tribute or spark fresh controversy remains uncertain. What is certain, however, is that the film has reignited discussions on the role of art in politics and the power of storytelling in shaping public perception.
Explore a whole new world of exciting visuals with AAU TV. Get ready for a mix of interesting talk shows, interviews, discovery documentaries, and news on AAU TV. It's not just about watching TV, it's about experiencing something special. AAU TV reaches over 25 countries in Africa, bringing you a blend of knowledge and fun. Learn about different cultures as you enjoy the shows. If you have events or want to showcase your business, we've got you covered. Watch AAU TV free-to-air channel on satellite. Connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter, at AAU TV. Reach out on call or WhatsApp us at +233 26 629 6601 or +233 20 399 5210. AAU TV, the voice of higher education in Africa.
Are you a university, college, high school, private organization, NGO, individual professor, instructor or facilitator seeking to take advantage of the numerous benefits of online education? Look no further. The AAU eLearn Africa LMS is a great opportunity to begin your journey to online course development and creation for teaching, learning and training purposes. AAU eLearn Africa LMS, which is a partnership between the Association of African Universities and eLearn Africa, has made available ease to use online learning tools to all stakeholders within the educational ecosystem of the African continent. This is to enhance teaching and learning in the bid to expand online learning opportunities for students in Africa. The online platform is open and available for free to all stakeholders and facilitates virtual access to classes without needing the other tools such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, among others. For more information, visit www.elearnafricalms.com or contact us via aaulms@aau.org or estherm@elearnafrica.com. Follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook at AAU eLearn Africa LMS.
In business, the Monetary Policy Committee of the Bank of Ghana has maintained the policy rate at 28%, citing persistent inflation risk. At a press briefing, Governor Dr. Johnson Isiama indicated that although inflation has eased to 21.2% in April 2025, it remains above target. Contributing factors include tight monetary policy, exchange rate stability, and fiscal consolidation. The cedi has depreciated strongly against major currencies, supported by improved market sentiment and record reserve accumulation. The bank projects inflation to decline further, aiming to close the year at 12%, with minimum term targets expected by early 2026.
At a press briefing in Accra, Governor Dr. Johnson Isiama announced the Monetary Policy Committee's decision, pointing to ongoing risks to inflation despite notable improvements in the macroeconomic environment. Inflation has been on a downward trend, easing to 21.2% in April 2025, a 2.6 percentage point drop since the beginning of the year. This progress has been driven by a mix of monetary tightening, stable exchange rates, declining petroleum prices, and improved fiscal discipline. The governor noted that if current conditions persist, inflation is expected to reach the bank's medium-term target earlier than previously projected by the first quarter of 2026. The bank is also targeting a year-end inflation rate of 12%. Despite these gains, the committee emphasized that inflation remains high relative to target levels, justifying the need to maintain a tight monetary policy stance. In a related development, the cedi has rebounded strongly, appreciating against all major trading currencies, over 24% against the US dollar, 16% against the British pound, and 14% against the euro. This recovery is attributed to strong reserve accumulations, effective foreign exchange regulations, and improved investor confidence. Ghana's external sector is also showing signs of strength, recording a $2.1 billion current account surplus in the first quarter of 2025, supported by rising gold and cocoa exports and steady remittance flows. The country's gross international reserves now stands at $10.7 billion, covering 4.7 months of imports. As the bank continues efforts to anchor inflation expectation and safeguard currency stability, all eyes remain on the global economic environment and potential domestic shocks.
The Trump administration has revoked Harvard University's ability to enroll international students, escalating tensions between the federal government and the Ivy League institutions. The Department of Homeland Security cited allegations of anti-Semitic violence, ties to Chinese Communist Party, and failure to comply with reporting requirements. Nearly 6,800 international students now face potential deportation or transfer. Harvard has confirmed the move as unlawful and politically motivated. The action is part of broader effort by administration to penalize elite universities over ideological disputes, sparking concern among education and civil liberties advocates.
In a statement released Thursday, the Department of Homeland Security accused Harvard of fostering an unsafe campus environment, citing incidents of anti-Semitic harassment and alleged coordination with the Chinese Communist Party. The action actively bars Harvard from enrolling foreign students and forces its nearly 6,800 international students who transfer or risk losing their legal status in the United States. Officials say the university failed to comply with reporting requests related to student protests and foreign national activity on campus. Homeland Security further claims that Harvard trained members of a Chinese paramilitary group referenced in a 2024 incident. The move strips Harvard of its certification under the Student and Exchange Visitor Program, which supports student visa processing, a major blow to its academic and research programs where international students play a central role. Harvard has rejected the claims, calling the action unlawful and retaliatory. University officials say they are working to guide affected students while defending their commitment to academic freedom and legal rights. The decision has drawn sharp criticism from education leaders, student groups, and civil liberty organizations, many of whom see the move as politically motivated and a threat to international academic exchange. As legal and political battles loom, the future remains uncertain for thousands of students caught in the crossfire of an escalating federal crackdown on elite higher education.
Now that is all for the news, and we'll take a quick recap of our headlines. In higher education, President Ruto to open varsity facilities. Teams build AI tool for safe forest. Bank of Ghana holds policy rate at 28%. And international Trump revokes Harvard's foreign student access. Now, thanks for sticking with us on the AAU TV Midweek News. You can also get interactive with us on our various social media handles, Association of African Universities, on Facebook and YouTube. My name is Jemima, Deladem. Have a lovely day.